Hello, this is Smizzle the Slayer. I'm going to be doing a live Blitz chess game commentary. Sorry I haven't put up a video in a while. Also, have been thinking about how I want to do the Sicilian Dragon series, so hopefully I'll be able to get something up on that pretty soon. But it might take me kind of a while, so we'll see how it goes. And in this game, I'm playing sort of I guess it's a closed Sicilian kind of, or no, this is English. And yeah, he's going to try to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just play knight to b5, which prevents the b4 break. a3, b4. I don't really mind the b4 break all that much. I think I'm going to go ahead and just castle kingside. He'll probably castle kingside as well. Not quite yet, though. I'm going to go ahead and just play b6. I guess that leaves up in this long diagonal a bit, but that's not too big of a deal at this stage, I don't think. I'm going to want to play this, then I think queen c7. And then maybe something like knight to a5 if this thing resolves itself. Okay. Getting a little bit of trouble here, but not too much. It's going to go right back and see if he wants to repeat. If he does want to repeat, I'll repeat. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll just go ahead and play this. So, yeah, now I'll play the d5. And the idea here is that I lose a pawn, I think. So, it didn't work out quite like I had hoped. But I finally get to queen. My queen can be on c7 now. So that's nice. Actually, maybe queen c8 would have been better there. I think bishop to h3 is probably a move I want to make at some point. Either to just get my... Okay, so it is good I moved my queen there. I didn't even notice that pin. I'm a little rusty, I guess. Move the knight just to an aggressive position. I'll probably have to retreat it, but I think there's decent retreat squares. I'm threatening this pawn as well, so... Oh, and see that then he does something like that, which is very good for me, I think. I'm going to go ahead and just play bishop to h3, which sort of puts a lot of pressure on his king side. Now I have right now the move queen b7, which threatens mate, and then after f3, knight takes. No, he has knight to f3. I'm going to go ahead and play bishop to c5 first. What this move is going to allow me to do is build up pressure. So now if f3, I have a check here, which would be, I think, pretty devastating. So I don't actually see... I guess he has e4 now. Oh, he has knight f3 too. So it's not quite as good as I had wanted it to be. But I also will have, I think, knight to f5. He has e4 as well, or knight to e4. So, I have a pretty decent attack, though. Oh, and see, that's just game over, I think. Now I have... Now how do I want to do this, though? Knight to f3 check, double check. King has to move to this square, h1. And then knight takes... No, knight takes the rook, or the knight. Because then it's check, and he can't block it. So double check, king to h1, knight takes this knight. I guess he can block it with the bishop, but that's not going to do him much good. Knight takes the knight, then there's e4, or bishop e... So I guess he can block it. So I'll just go ahead and take this knight. I wonder if I could have done better, though. Possibly. I'm a little on time, so I won't go back over it right now. I'll just try to... Oh, whoa. Okay. And I think... No, I do want to be wary of my... His dark square bishop is pretty well placed, actually. What about queen to d7? Yeah, I think bishop to e6. Just play defensively now. If queen to g5, then I have bishop to f8. And I can always try to pick up that pawn later. So bishop to f8. This should be a decent defense to most things. It's going to be difficult for him to get at these dark squares with the bishop guarding this g7 pawn like that. And I'll have moves like rook to c8, double up on the c4 pawn. Actually, I guess I could take the c4 pawn right now. Yeah, just take the c4 pawn. Then maybe something like bishop to d3 and take this pawn with check. And get at his king. And then maybe bishop to c5 check can come in and sort of finish off an attack. That does nothing because actually I could have just played check right there too. So I have a lot of defenders on this f7 pawn. Now I'm attacking the rook and this pawn. I could have actually played rook takes, but that's not as necessary. So let's see, we got the king would have to go to here. Bishop takes. The king would have to go to here. And then bishop takes. The king would have to go to here. Queen to f3, and I think that would be checkmate. So if it's not, I can always play g6 and move my bishop back the next move. So I don't see any way for him out of this, though. Oh, that's checkmate right there. Oh, yeah, because he can't go to f2. So I got the main idea of that checkmate. That's good. So I kind of got into some awkwardness here where my opponent was willing to go for a draw, and I didn't really want to go to a draw, mostly because of the rating difference in us. The opening was something you don't normally play because... well, I was actually planning on playing d5 here. But actually, d5, I don't know. I was kind of just talking about other stuff during the opening, so I'm not sure if I played that as well as I could have. And all this seemed pretty decent. Yeah, except for this part. It's not terrible, but I did kind of just pin the queen for no reason. And then I sacrificed a pawn for... I mean, I guess the pawn sacrifice is probably decent just to get out of the pin. Not decent, but something. And then here, he just really underestimated the pressure I was going to build up. Bishop to c4 is just a terrible move here in this position, in my opinion, because I think queen to a4 maybe would have been better if he's really gung ho about defending this pawn, which I guess he ought to be. Maybe that's what he should be. You know, maybe the pawn sacrifice isn't so bad, because I don't know. I'm not sure. But regardless, bishop to c4 just gets his bishop way out of position. He needs it on the king side. Excuse me. So after that, I got a nice attack. And then this, I think, e4, knight to e4 would have been much better for him. And I guess I could have taken the rook. Yeah, you know what? That would have been checkmate. No, it wouldn't have been check. Oh, wait, maybe it would have. Yeah, because knight takes, check, and then e4, and then bishop to g2, checkmate, I think is what it would have been. Is that right? Knight takes e1, check, king to, e4, or knight to e4, and then bishop to g2, checkmate. So I did miss an easier checkmate. But things were going pretty easily after that, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, thanks for watching.